The following video is satire and is meant to be a joke and only a joke. Thank you for watching. You are 8 years old when you first decide to become a police officer. Not because you enjoy paperwork. You are 8. You still think paperwork is something adults invented to avoid playing cricket. To you, the uniform means justice. It means courage. It means standing between innocent people and dangerous men. Your father smiles, your mother cries, your uncle asks whether police officers get free petrol. You ignore him. You're not bothered about that stuff. You will be different. But your parents know that might not last very long. You grow up, you run until your lungs submit a written complaint, you memorize laws, procedures, rights, duties, and 17 definitions that will never again be seen after the training. You pass. Your family celebrates like justice itself has joined the household. Your uncle quietly asks again about the petrol. At the academy, they teach you discipline, law, restraint, public service, and how to salute somebody you privately believe should not be allowed near scissors. You learn that force must be lawful, arrest must follow procedure. Then you reach your first station and you meet the unofficial version. Your senior welcomes you with warmth, guidance, and a monthly collection target. You ask, target for what? Everyone laughs for 6 continuous minutes. Your first assignment is not catching criminals. It is collecting respect from street vendors. The tea seller earns just enough to feed his family, to pay his rent, to buy milk, and apparently to sponsor the local police station. At first, you feel ashamed. The second time, you call it pressure. The 10th time, you call it the system. By the 50th time, you become angry when he's shot by 20 rupees. This is professional growth, or so you're told. At night, you are sent to protect the public. You find 2 adults walking home. They look suspicious. They have identification, they are married, but they have committed the terrifying offense of existing after 11 p.m. You tell them decent people do not walk at night. Night is for sleeping. They have the audacity to ask whether criminals follow the same schedule. You do not enjoy this question. You take their phones, you scroll through their private photographs, you threaten embarrassment, you collect some cash, maybe you slap the husband, and then you send them home. Because that's how you protect them. That's what real heroes do, or so you're told. A frightened citizen enters the station to report a genuine crime. You study the complaint carefully, not the facts, the citizen's shoes. You see, cheap shoes means there's no influence, no lawyer, and no exciting phone call from above. So the complaint becomes a missing person. It disappears. The law says a cognizable offense should be registered. The station says, come tomorrow. Tomorrow says, speak to the officer. The officer says, this is a civil matter. The citizen says, but I was attacked. You explain that being attacked is emotionally criminal, but administratively it's just inconvenient. You are promoted to head constable because you are punctual, obedient, and you never confuse conscience with duty. For a minute, your childhood dreams briefly return. You just ask it to wait outside, like the rest of the people visiting the police station. One afternoon, your senior wants a quick result. Now, a suspect is available, but there's a small problem. The evidence is not. Fortunately, the evidence room has excellent customer service. So you place a packet in the man's pocket. You announce a successful operation. For 12 minutes, you are a hero. Then somebody finds the CCTV footage. The footage shows everything. The search, the packet, the planting, and your face performing the expression known as, oh, I forgot cameras exist. You are suspended. Not fired. No. You're just suspended. 1 month later, you return to duty with fresh energy and old habits. Your first concern? Oh no, it's not complaints. It's the collection money you missed while you were away. You are now a sub-inspector. Now you no longer visit vendors personally. You have junior officers for cardio. You enter people's homes without warning because knocking just creates unnecessary democracy. Who wants that? You find cigarettes. You say that they smell like something illegal. The homeowner says they're just ordinary cigarettes. You agree. Ordinary cigarettes cost 500 rupees. Illegal cigarettes cost a criminal case. The homeowner purchases the freedom plan. Good choice. Power. It begins repairing every insecurity life ever gave you. School bullies ignored you. Shopkeepers dismissed you. Relatives compared you to your successful cousin. Now raise one eyebrow and you can empty a street. You call it respect. We all know it's just a cheap perfume called fear. You also learn the most important skill in modern policing, not thinking. A powerful man says, "My religion is better than your religion." You hear nothing. But a comedian tells a joke in a basement. Your phone rings. Within minutes, 6 officers, 2 vehicles, and the full emotional strength of the state arrive. The comedian asks, "What law did I break?" You say, "We will decide inside." This sentence works because nobody really knows what happens inside. Maybe we should set up CCTV cameras in stations. I don't know, maybe. You become an inspector and you are placed in charge of a police station. Citizens now wait outside your room like software updates. Rich people don't wait. They enter smiling, leave smiling, and occasionally they'll bring sweets. Poor people enter crying. They leave with improved crying skills. You have finally made justice equal, or so you believe. One day, you are assigned security duty for a high-ranking VIP. You imagined protecting the public from danger. Instead, you now protect one man from the public. At a celebration, the VIP tells you to dance. So you dance. The same uniform that once represented courage is now doing wedding choreography. You tell yourself you had no choice. You always have no choice when the powerful ask you for something. You always have many choices, though, when the powerless beg. Your old friends stop inviting you. At first, you blame jealousy. Then your closest friend says he does not feel safe around you. Your wife stops asking what happened at work. Your son tells his classmates that his father works in administration. Even your uncle stops asking about free petrol. And that hurts the most, even more than the suspension. Years pass, you become assistant commissioner of police. You have an office, a driver, juniors, influence, and a chair designed to make you ask what accountability really means. You no longer collect bribes. You merely receive envelopes from people who collected bribes from people who collected bribes, and the process keeps going. This is called senior management. You sign detention papers that you did not read. You approve raids that you do not want to question. And you transfer officers who accidentally remembered that the law exists. You are respected everywhere you go, and nobody relaxes until you leave. This is clearly respect, or so you tell yourself. On your final week before retirement, a young intern enters your office. He has bright eyes, polished shoes, and the dangerous optimism of someone who has not met a monthly target. He says, "Sir, why did you become a police officer?" You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. The boy from the mirror returns. Oversized cap, cardboard baton, impossible faith in justice. The intern asks, "Did you protect innocent people?" You remember the tea seller, the couple at night, the man with the packet placed in his pocket, the citizens that were sent away, the jokes treated like crimes, and the crimes that were treated like, well, jokes. The intern asks, "Was it worth it?" For the first time in decades, nobody has ordered your answer. And you think to yourself, why hasn't anybody? Finally, you say, "I cannot remember why I wanted to do it." But a tear rolls down your face that screams, "I do remember." Not because the system defeated you. Because somewhere along the promotions, the envelopes, the orders, the suspensions, and the salutes, you volunteered to become part of it. Because a system that rewards obedience, fear, and collection can slowly teach an honorable person to forget what honor is. The tragedy is not that the boy failed to become a police officer. It's that he succeeded. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I need the money for legal fees.